Hello and welcome to SpeakUp Zone, the place where you listen, repeat, shadow, and grow your English little by little. I'm Daniel, and I'm really glad you're here today. In this episode, I speak slowly, I choose clear, simple words, and I repeat my ideas often so you have time to shadow my voice, practice your speaking, and build your confidence one sentence at a time. Today's topic is describing your day in English. Not tiny fragments, but full, natural ideas. What happens when you wake up? What fills your afternoon? How does your evening usually end? By the end of this episode, you'll be able to talk about your own day clearly and naturally. Let's get started. Why does this topic matter so much? Because your day is yours. You live it every single day, so you already know the story. You don't need to search for difficult vocabulary about science or politics. You just need to describe your own life in your own words. You can say what time you got up. You can say what you had for breakfast. You can say whether you went to work, stayed home, or ran errands. You can say how you felt energetic, sleepy, calm, or stressed. And here is the wonderful part. Describing your day is real English. It's useful, practical English you can use the moment you meet someone new. You don't have to be perfect. You only have to try. When you describe your day out loud, something shifts. You begin thinking directly in English instead of translating. Your sentences become smoother and more complete. And little by little, your confidence grows. Picture this. A new coworker asks you, "So, what did you do today?" If you've practiced this kind of talk before, the answer comes easily. You might say, "I got up early, had breakfast, and went straight to work. I answered emails in the morning, and tonight I'm planning to cook dinner and relax." That's a real conversation. That's real communication. And that is exactly our goal today. Even alone, even outside a classroom, even if you feel shy, you can always practice by narrating your own day. Whenever you're unsure what to say in English, come back to this simple trick. Describe your day. What time did you wake up? What did you eat? Where did you go? What did you do tonight? These questions unlock vocabulary naturally and help you build full sentences without stress. You can do this in the morning to plan your day, in the evening to review it, or any time in between. You can even record your own voice and listen back later. The secret is simplicity. Use the words you already have. Don't worry about small mistakes, just keep speaking. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. One sentence today, 2 tomorrow, a whole story by next week. So let's build this skill together, step by step, starting with the morning. The morning. Mornings set the tone for everything that follows. They give us energy, focus, and a great opportunity to think and speak in English, even for a few short minutes. Let's practice some simple morning sentences together. Repeat each one slowly, just like shadowing. I usually get up around 6:30. Now you repeat. On busy days, I wake up even earlier, sometimes at 6. Now you repeat. If I go to bed late, I feel a bit tired the next morning. I stay under the blanket for a minute and think about my plans for the day. I stretch my arms above my head and take a long, slow breath. Then I sit up, swing my legs out of bed, and stand up slowly. I walk to the bathroom and brush my teeth carefully for about 2 minutes. After that, I splash cold water on my face. It wakes me up instantly. Some mornings I take a quick shower, especially when I feel groggy. While I shower, I often hum along to music or play an English podcast quietly in the background. Once I'm dry, I get dressed. I usually pick something comfortable like a t-shirt and jeans. If I have an important meeting, I choose something neater and more formal. Next, I head to the kitchen to make breakfast. Most days it's something simple: toast, eggs, or yogurt with fruit. When I have a little extra time, I make pancakes or porridge instead. I eat slowly so I can actually enjoy the meal instead of rushing through it. Coffee is a daily habit for me, though some mornings I switch to herbal tea for something lighter. While eating, I sometimes glance at the headlines on my phone. Other days, I just sit quietly and look out the window. Before heading out, I check my phone one more time, the clock, my messages, and my calendar for any appointments. I pack my bag, wallet, keys, notebook, and a water bottle. Then I put on my shoes, grab my jacket, and step out the door. Shadowing story, my morning routine. Now let's shadow a short story about a typical morning. Listen first, then pause after each line and repeat it slowly. Ready? Let's begin. Most mornings I wake up around 6:30, sometimes a little earlier if my schedule is full. I stay in bed for a moment, stretching my arms and legs before getting up. Then I walk to the bathroom and brush my teeth for 2 full minutes. I wash my face with cold water, which always helps me feel more alert. If I'm especially tired, I take a short, warm shower. I like listening to calm music while the water runs. It helps me start the day with a clear mind. Afterward, I get dressed and check my hair quickly in the mirror. In the kitchen, I prepare a simple breakfast, usually toast with a bit of honey, sometimes a boiled egg on the side. I always make a strong cup of coffee. It's become a small but important ritual for me. While I eat, I sit near the window and enjoy a few quiet minutes before the day gets busy. Before leaving the house, I check my phone for messages and look over my schedule. I pack my bag with everything I'll need: my laptop, my notebook, my keys, and a snack for later. Finally, I put on my shoes, open the door, and head out to start the day. Let's finish this section with a few more practice lines. Repeat after me. Every morning looks a little different, but I always try to follow a steady routine. Starting my day with focus helps me feel ready for whatever comes next. I'm proud of how far my English has come, and I plan to keep improving. The afternoon. Now let's move into the middle of the day, the afternoon. For many people, this is the busiest stretch: working, studying, running errands, or managing a household. Whatever your afternoon looks like, it's still a great time to practice English, even in short bursts of 5 or 10 minutes. Let's repeat some common afternoon sentences together. After lunch, I head back to my desk to keep working. Sometimes I feel a little drowsy right after eating. I check my inbox and reply to the most urgent messages first. I usually have one meeting in the early afternoon, sometimes 2. If I'm working remotely, I sit at my desk and open my laptop. I write reports, prepare slides, or review documents. I like to keep my workspace tidy. It helps me focus better. Around 3 o'clock, I take a short break. I make tea or grab a glass of water and sometimes a light snack like nuts or fruit. If the weather's nice, I step outside for a quick walk. Even a short walk in fresh air makes a noticeable difference. When I have a spare moment, I use it to study English. I might listen to a podcast, read a short article, or watch a slow speech video. Repeating phrases out loud, shadowing, really helps my pronunciation and flow. Before finishing work, I jot down what I accomplished that day. Sometimes I write a single new word I learned, just to remember it better. Shadowing story, my afternoon. Let's shadow another short story, this time about the afternoon. Pause after each sentence and copy my rhythm. After lunch, I usually return to my desk and check my messages before making a short to-do list for the rest of the day. Most afternoons include one video call with my team, where we review our progress and plan the next steps. These meetings rarely last more than 30 minutes. Once the meeting ends, I take a short break. I walk to the kitchen, make a cup of tea, and stand by the window for a few quiet minutes. If I have extra time, I use it to study English, listening to a podcast like this one, or watching a video where the speaker talks slowly so I can repeat each sentence. Before wrapping up for the day, I write a brief summary of what I finished, along with one sentence describing how I feel. For example, today was productive and I'm proud of what I got done, or I didn't finish everything, but I'll try again tomorrow. This small habit helps me stay reflective and motivated. Now it's your turn. Pause this episode and try describing your own afternoon. What do you usually do after lunch? Do you work, study, or rest? Keep it simple. 3 or 4 sentences are enough. The goal is to speak, not to be flawless. Let's try a few sentence starters together. I'll begin the sentence and you finish it. In the afternoon, I usually, nicely done. After lunch, I like to, great job. Sometimes I feel, well said. I usually take a break around, perfect. Before the afternoon ends, excellent work. The evening and night, evening is a time to slow down and reflect on the day. Let's repeat some useful evening sentences together. I get home around 6 in the evening. I take off my shoes and sit down for a few minutes to unwind. Sometimes I watch the news or put on some music to relax. I cook dinner or occasionally order food when I'm too tired to cook. I eat with my family and we talk about how our day went. After dinner, I tidy the kitchen and wash the dishes. On calm evenings, I take a short walk outside. Before bed, I read a few pages of a book or listen to soft music. I take a shower and brush my teeth. I usually go to sleep around 11. You've now heard my full daily routine from morning to night. It's your turn to describe your own day. Start by asking yourself, what time do I wake up? What do I have for breakfast? Do I work, study, or take care of a home? What fills my afternoon? What does my evening look like before I go to bed? You can talk about today specifically or describe a typical, ordinary day, whichever feels easier. Great work today. You listened to a full daily routine, practiced new vocabulary, repeated complete sentences, and most importantly, you spoke English out loud. That's real progress. You're not just studying the language anymore, you're living inside it, one sentence at a time. Keep building this habit. Keep practicing your daily routine until the words come naturally. Come back to this episode whenever you'd like. Listen again, shadow again, and each time, try adding a little more to your own story. This is Speak Up Zone. I'm Daniel, and I'm proud of the effort you're putting in. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. See you in the next episode.